What is up guys, Mace here, and we are on season 2 of Vanguard. Now they made a lot of new changes to this game. They added some different modes, they actually added some stuff for the zombies, and more importantly they're going to be adding ranked play. Now ranked play was supposed to drop today, but they did actually find a bug. I think earlier this morning, or I think yesterday night, they did find a bug and it's actually getting delayed, but hopefully it can actually come out probably tonight or maybe tomorrow morning on a Friday. Now before ranked play actually drops, I do want to give you guys the best ranked play settings that you guys can use for Vanguard. Before we actually do get into this video, be sure to go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn those post notifications so you don't miss a single upload on the channel. If you guys want to be part of the Maze community, definitely do join the Discord. The link is in the description. Alright guys, without further ado, let's get straight into the settings. Now I'm going to be showing you guys the best audio settings, controller, and the graphics settings, because those are the three most important things you need to have in ranked play. Alright guys, now let's get straight into the graphics settings first. This is going to be good for PC and for console. Now for my display mode, I play on full screen borderless because sometimes I do stream, sometimes I do record and all of that, so I like to have full screen borderless. And also I do have two monitors, so it's much easier for me. But if you just have one monitor, you can just put it to full screen. I believe you do actually get better frames this way. Now for VSync, I recommend you do keep this off. It's really going to affect your refresh rate in this game, and of course you don't want to be lagging, or you don't want to have any like choppy gameplay when you are playing this game. Now for the brightness, this is just personal preference, but keep the middle box barely visible. You don't want to like completely bright. I know some people actually do use that and it looks terrible, so do not keep it that high. Just want to keep it right in the middle, and for me it's like around 48. Now that's actually pretty much it for display. You don't really need to change anything else. Let's go straight to the quality. All right guys, so these are going to be the best quality settings. Personally, these are the best settings, so you get the best frames, and this game, like, you are going to be seeing enemies a lot better with these settings as well. So the render resolution, keep it at 100. If you are playing 4K, you could put it a bit higher, but just keep it at 100. Otherwise your PC is just going to use a lot of resources and it's going to run pretty slow, and you don't want that. So keep it at 100. You're going to get better frames as well. Dynamic resolution, keep this off. You do not need this at all, and the game still looks perfectly fine without it. Texture resolution, I see a lot of people running different settings for this one. If you cannot see anyone in this game, I like to have it at medium. You don't really need this too high. I can still see enemies pretty well, so that's really good. Texture filter, I like to keep this at high, so the visibility is pretty good. Particle quality level, I also keep this on high. Particle resolution, keep this on high as well. Bullet impact and sprays, this is just personally on you. Really, it doesn't matter what you choose here because it's not going to affect your frames at all, so I just keep it on. For the shader quality, I recommend you keep this at low. Tessellation, keep this nearby only, or matter of fact, you can even turn this off. It's really not that important, and it's just going to use up a lot of frames. Level of detail, distance, range, always keep this long. You can see enemies like pretty far away and everything's more detailed, so I highly recommend keep this on long. And all these distant details right here, these two settings right here, keep this on high. Same reason as before, you're going to be seeing enemies a lot better. At clutter draw distance, I keep this short, and the volumetric quality level, I keep this low. Now for the shadow and lighting, this is also pretty important. Screen space shadows, you do not need this on, keep it off. Shadow map resolution, I have this on very low. Sun shadow cascades, I keep it on high. Now the sun shadows and the spot shadows, I keep this on. I heard it does affect your game a little bit with their RAM and all that, so just keep it on. I just don't turn it off. Cache size and the shadow quality, I keep this on medium, and I keep this on low. Particle lighting, I keep this on medium. Ambient occlusion, keep this on off. You do not need this on, and of course it's just going to be eating up frames. Screen space reflection, keep this on low. And that's pretty much it for the shadow and lighting. Now let's go down to the post-processing effects. This is going to be the most important setting in this video, so make sure you guys do pay attention. Now the fidelity cast, guys, this is, I think you might have this on PS5 or Xbox, I'm not too sure. You do want to keep this on, and you want to put it all the way up to 100. What this is going to do is it's going to make your game more sharper, so a lot of the enemies or a lot of people you're going to be seeing on the screen, it's just going to be more visible to your eyes. It's going to be a lot better, and you're going to be getting a lot of kills this way, and you guys will literally thank me. Anti-aliasing, I recommend you put it on this setting right here. I saw in JGod's video, he actually did recommend this setting, and this is because this game looks amazing with this anti-aliasing on, and with the Filmic SMA T2X. Now I keep the quality on ultra, and I keep the filmic strength at around 100. With the field, I recommend you keep this off. As you guys can see in the picture, like, your game is looking very blurry for some apparent reason. I'm not even sure why this is a setting, but please keep this off. Now the VRAM usage target, I don't recommend you change this at all. Keep the default, and for me it's 85%. Now for the gameplay setting, this is where the field of view is. Now I recommend keep this setting between 95 and 110. Anything above 110 is going to affect your aim assist, and you do not want that, especially in rank play. I mean, you don't want to be dying just because like your field of view is pretty high. For me, I keep this at 105. I think it's pretty perfect, and I think it's like right in the middle, so please keep this at 105. Camera movement, always keep this at least 50% so your screen is not shaking all the time. And all the motion blur, keep this off. And if you do have an NVIDIA graphics card, keep this setting on. It's going to have low latency, so your controller, everything is just going to be more responsive. Alright guys, so here is the audio settings. Now this will be a little bit different for you, but here are the best settings. So master volume, this does not matter. This is just up to you and your headphones. For me, I keep it at 60 just because I also record as well, and I don't want the game sound to be like extremely high while I'm like making videos. So I keep it at 60. Music volume, I keep it at 0. It just gets in the way of like if you're trying to hear footsteps. So keep this at 0. Dialogue volume, I have it at 100. This is just up to you, but sometimes when the announcers are like calling out, I think it's pretty important, so I keep it at 100. For the sound effects volume, I keep it at 100 so I can hear all the footsteps and I can hear anyone that's near me. Now that's pretty much it for the audio. Now let's go straight into the controller settings. I know you guys have been waiting for this. So here are the controller settings. I actually don't have any control settings for like if you are on keyboard and mouse, so I'm sorry about that, but this is just for controller. Now sensitivity, I keep it on 6.6. I recommend you keep these two values the same number. Otherwise it's going to be like an imbalance. Also, you want to keep it, the highest you want to go is at least 8, and the lowest you want to go is to like a 4. So find somewhere where like it's really balanced for you, and pretty much this is just a personal preference setting, but find something that works for you. These two settings right here are not important at all, but this one right here, the custom sensitivity per zoom, this is very important. I have all these settings right here to 0.90, so when I am aiming down sight, my aim, my joystick, everything like that, it's not going to be moving like really fast, so I'm always on target and I do not miss any of my shots at all. Now button layout preset, I have this on default flip because I'm using like some type of like scuff controller. I do have paddles on the back, so it's a bit easier for me to like jump and slide and all of that. But if you don't have paddles, I actually recommend you do tactical flipped so you can just drop shot a lot, which is really important in this game. Now the aim response curve type, I recommend you keep this dynamic just because personally for me, I've been using dynamic for a very long time now and I'm very used to it, and I feel like it's a bit better like with your joystick aiming in. And also your aim assist, so I think it's a lot better aiming in and using your ADS with the dynamic. Vibration, I have this on off. You do not want to keep this on. It actually affects your gameplay a lot. You don't want your controller shaking when you are shooting any type of enemy. That just completely distracts you, so do not keep this on. Keep it off. Weapon fire threshold, I highly recommend. Some people don't talk about this setting a lot, so you do want to keep this on off. And it's just because when you are aiming down sight and you're actually shooting, some guns will actually shoot later just because maybe it's like a shotgun or anything. So if you do keep this off, all your guns are going to be working the same, so you don't have to press the trigger like all the way or like pretty less. Everything is just consistent. Now the ADS sensitivity transition timing, keep it on instant. I mean, you wouldn't really want to have gradual or after zoom. That's just going to affect you a lot, so keep it instant. Stick layout preset, I have this on default. I don't recommend changing this. Now the left trigger and right trigger minimum input dead zone, keep this at 0. This just means when you are shooting or aiming there, and if you do have this number like pretty high, it's actually going to affect like how late or how delayed your input is going to be. So keep this at 0 so you can shoot and aim fast as possible. And right here guys, this is actually just your dead zone. I personally don't really have issues with my right stick drifting, so I keep this at 2, but you can just mess around with this in your custom game and see like what works for you. But for me, I keep this on 2. Now for the gameplay settings, my target aim assist is on and I keep it on Black Ops. I think this is the best target aim assist setting to have in this game. I'm super accurate and it does a very nice slowdown whenever I'm like near an enemy and I am shooting. It's like a very overpowered aim assist. I do recommend. DS aim assist, of course, keep this on. Blind fire, I also do keep this on. Automatic airborne mantle, keep this on, and actually do keep this on short. This is so important, especially for ranked play, because whenever you're like going over objects or mantling, sometimes this game does it automatically for you, and it's actually going to get you killed. So I really do recommend keep this on short, so you're not always like sprinting, over like objects and mantling all the time. Automatic sprint, keep this on automatic tack. I'm pretty sure you guys have this on already, but if not, this is going to save your left stick, so your left stick is not broken at all. You don't always have to keep pressing the left stick down to run. This game does it for you. Sprint cancel reload, I have this on. This is just personal preference. I really like to like cancel the reload all the time, so yeah, I just keep this on. Slide behavior, keep this on tap so you aren't sliding very quickly. And that's pretty much it for the settings, guys. So I hope this did help you guys out a lot. If it did, please drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel as well, and that'll be greatly appreciated. And yeah, guys, let me know if you guys want rank play videos. I could drop that as well. If you do, let me know in the comments. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace.